What's up, guys? This is Shamaster here, bringing the video today. Doing with Deku gets kidnapped, part 17. Jesus, 17. So yeah, Now, the next what if video is going to be what if Deku was an android, or what if Deku got turned into an android from Dragon Ball. So yeah. So I think I know I'm gonna do this off and stuff. So yeah. Now, let's get this started. Let me set this timer and let's go. Now, guys, I have a question for you guys when you guys do see this video. What type of special should I make exactly for my, my special for Hane 400? I really do not know. I might just, I really do not know at all. I might just make a what if, like the zombie apocalypse what if, but with no quirks at all and stuff. So, yeah. Now, let's get started. We will go to gallery stuff, downloads, here, that's good. Now, where we left off, Mineta threw his, sticky ball at Deku. Now, his standard protecting like a shield exactly, and they see that. Now then, Ragnarok comes out of Deku's body and says, so that's how it works. Immediately Ragnarok punching Deku, and saying that, I thought I was supposed to protect you exactly. Now then, Mineta just says that, so he actually protects him, but doesn't protect him from Ragnarok. That's weird. Now, Bakugo says, okay, so let me get this right. Your sand protects any projectile, but if we try to punch you, maybe it will not work. Immediately Bakugo, trying something. He walks over to Deku and punches him, but, the sand protects him exactly. Saying that, so why the heck Ragnarok can punch you exactly? Ragnarok just says that, I really do not know, but I bet it's just me inside his body exactly. The sand has protected him always though, so technically I'm part of him, so the sand will protect me, Carnage, let's just see, Scourge, and Deku. So yeah, he says, Now then, Deku is tired exactly, and he was going to sleep before, Ragnarok told him to stay awake exactly, you idiot. If you want us to all die, saying the fact I don't know if I can control the Shukaku to, not turn into that giant beast exactly, though. Deku's eyes seems like he's going to actually go to sleep, before Ragnarok just tells him if he tries to go to sleep, I'll just rip off your head and allow you to regenerate. Or at least, you'll just regenerate. What Scourge's help exactly? I do not know what type of head will replace your head with, but I do not want to know. No, Deku is trying to keep himself awake. Now then. Bakugo just says that, give me a second, Deku. As he immediately just, gets his grenade gauntlets and, fills them up, fills them up with water. Now, he immediately says that, sorry about this, Deku. Immediately, Deku looking at him, immediately pulling his, the trigger exactly, and Deku putting his hands up before, water comes out of there exactly. Wetting himself. Now, mostly keep himself wet. With water, no homo. Jesus Christ, I hate to say that. Somebody's going to say in the comment section below, gay? Somebody was going to say that before I said it. So, gotcha. So, yeah. Now, let's continue on. Now then. Let me think more. So, yeah. Now then, Deku is now awake exactly. That water was cold. Now, he says, thanks, Bakugo. Bakugo just says, you're welcome, exactly. Now, let's do a time skip. Now then, we're at the day where the, U.S. Sports Festival starts. Now then, let's check see. President Mike says that, go. As immediately everyone's in that tunnel exactly. Running. Ragnarok says that, Carnage, could you, put us in the air exactly? And Carnage says, fine. Immediately Carnage, gets Deku's hand exactly and changes it to him and using the web sling thing on top of the roof. Immediately he's walking, upside down exactly and saying to all those idiots down there that they're gonna lose this thing. Immediately Deku sees, Shoto using his ice powers exactly to, keep everyone in place. And he starts laughing at Class 1B, telling them that they're stupid anyway. Now, immediately Class 1B is telling him to get up, mostly get down here like a man exactly. He says, fine, if you don't want to see, my herself. Immediately, Ragnarok comes out Deku's body and says that, hello there. Immediately, all the kids are scared, at least. And, well, Deku just says Kishin cannons. Immediately, they do form. Now, Ragnarok just comes out Deku's body, and now they're in the air. They got all that talent exactly, and Deku can see Bakugo and Shoto exactly are behind them. Now, immediately Deku just says fire. Immediately 2 Kishin cannon beams targeting for Shoto and Bakugo. Now then, they did not hit them, but they did hit a spot where what they did fell. Ragnarok just laughing at them exactly. Before, Ragnarok just sees some robots exactly. Immediately Ragnarok lands down exactly, and well, Mr. Aizawa explains to President Might that kid does have a quirk exactly. But that's not his quirk exactly. Now, people did hear that exactly. They think he has another quirk. Now, will you count Shoto's as 2 quirk or 1? Because I think it is 2 quirks, but mixed into 1, but they classify as 1. So yeah. Now, let's continue on. Now then. Shit. Deku just formed the Kishin cannons, just says fire. As immediately 2 robots just get destroyed. I think they would be the 2-point robot, the 3-point robot, but never the 0-point robot. At least. Before the 0-point robot does show out. Now, Deku just sees that and says that, I remember you. And he remembers when he actually destroyed it, the exam exactly. He sees Bakugo and Shoto catching up, and he says, well, we better end this. Immediately getting the number checks and turning to malware. Now, immediately the malware. Deku just, infecting these robots to destroy them exactly and take control of them. Now then. Now, all the, people that are viewing this immediately see a red robot exactly with black marks on it. Now, some kids say that, wait, that's malware exactly. Immediately, Deku just says, fire. Immediately 2 energy beams come out of the 0-point robot. It creates a big hole exactly. No homo. Or, that's what she said actually. It's going all in. That's what she said. Yeah. So yeah. Now. Immediately Deku gets off of that robot exactly and destroys it. And turns back into his human form. And he turns into Heat Blast. Now. Immediately flying in the air exactly. He's not yahooing, he's just really just standing there, just waiting until he can end this exactly. Now then, Class 1B saying what type of quirk this guy has exactly. Immediately Kirishima tells him that, our friend Deku's way stronger than all of us exactly. In fact, if he wanted to, he can kill all of us exactly if he wanted to. But he did not, because he's our friend. And if any of you do go against him, I think he'll fuck you up really badly. No offense. Now, they are surprised by this exactly. As Ragnarok says, I think we should scare Class 1B a little bit. Deku just says, no, we should just do this already so we can end it. Immediately, Ragnarok just takes control of Deku's body, saying that, nah, let me do it my way. Immediately, Deku going back, behind Shoto and Bakugo. Immediately, everyone's saying why the hell he did that exactly. Class 1B sees him, says that, Class 1B, I think we should have a warm welcoming, am I? Immediately saying that, Kishin cannons fire at 2,000%. Immediately firing exactly. He says that anyone gets hit with this exactly might have to go to the nurse exactly, and none of you will survive from the attack. Now then, the guy with the, quirk that allows him to increase the air exactly to make it hardening does not work at all. He's trying his best, but the beam destroyed it. He's on Class 1B, but they do survive. They just have, a lot bleeding on, mostly on their arms or legs, or mostly close to their body. Or at least in their chest area, exactly. But it did not kill them. Ragnarok just laughing through Deku. Immediately, he sees Baku and Shoto almost there at the finish line. He says that, I think we should turn to Dash Slicer. Immediately, Scourge turns them into Dash Slicer. Immediately running through there exactly. Faster than Ida exactly. And they only see a black blur. Now then, they say, what the hell is that? Immediately, Deku gets the finish line, turns back, and saying that, yay, I win. Immediately, President Mike says that Azuka Midori gets first place. Everyone's surprised by this exactly. They think this is a shape-shifting quirk or an emitter or some type of quirk. Now then. Sexy isn't... Wait. Shit, I need to think. Isn't it after the running, then stat, then... Yeah, I remember now. So after, well, Baku gets second and Shoto gets third, then it's the speech exactly. Deku goes up there and just, well, talks, well, just says that, well, some of you are going to be asking me what the hell is my quirk exactly. Now, everyone, mostly there just cheers on, yeah, what the hell is your quirk exactly? He explained that these guys aren't quirks. Carnage and Ragnarok coming out of his body. Saying that these guys are, well, he just says that a villain kidnapped me 2 or a few weeks ago exactly, experiment on me, and gave me these 2 exactly. Carnage, Ragnarok, and Scourge. Pointing at Scourge exactly on his arm exactly. And I do have another power exactly, did not show off exactly. Mostly, well, I have the ability to control sand. And mostly you all know what happens with people with sand power exactly. Some people might know what the Chukaku is, but I'm not explaining it that much. A villain has the power, well, actually a villain has the power to go into enemy TV shows and bring anything weapons out there. And our items. Black Blood from Ragnarok, from Soul Eater, Carnage from Spider-Man, Scourge from Ben 10 Omniverse, and the Chukaku from, well, Naruto. So yeah, when I find this, well, villain exactly, I will try to, hurt her. And by the way, Green, if you're watching this, if I do find you though, I will hurt you. And he just says that, well, he was going to say something before Ragnarok just kicked in, saying that, well, actually, me and my host over here are going to defeat Class 1B, and I'm going to say this right now. Class 1B's copy bitch, hardening guy exactly that looks like Kirishima's copy, and, well, the person that can increase their hand size exactly, well, all of you are going to lose anyway. Gets me, Carnage, Ragnarok, Deku exactly, because we're the strongest. In fact, I don't even know why Class 1B even exists exactly. There should only be 2 classes exactly. The support class and the Class 1A, because Class 1B is really just a copy version of us anyway. In fact, I have more respect for Mineta than Class 1B, and that's saying something. Now, Deku just tells Ragnarok he shouldn't really not say that at all. In fact, Class 1B might get pissed off exactly because they're pussies anyway and they can't do anything right. Immediately he says that out loud. He says that, did I just say that out loud? And Ragnarok says, yes, you did. Class 1B is staring at Class 1A and Deku. The copy bitch exactly says that, who you're calling the copy bitch exactly, saying that you can copy quirks. That makes you a bitch then. You rely on other people to use your quirk. And he says, yeah, but still, saying that you're like more useless, than, well, snow or sand or something else. Immediately Deku walking off the stage, before, well, Ragnarok just says that, oh yeah, I forgot. Guy who has the ability to, mind control people exactly. Fuck you. Now, Class 1B hates Deku now. They actually want to make him suffer. Now, let's get to the recovery battle. Now then, it is, well, mostly Deku, Dark Shadow guy. I'm just gonna call him Dark Shadow guy because I can't remember how to say his name. Dark Shadow guy, Mihatsume, my waifu, Ochaku, and Deku. So yeah, Deku's on the bottom. Deku's on the top for sure. Now, let's get started. Now, let's go. Immediately, people are aiming for Deku and his team. Deku just tells Ragnarok that I think we should form Kishin Cannon. Now, he tells Mihatsume that, well, you might want to, well, hold still. Immediately they do. Immediately, dark energy surrounds them all. Seems like a nuclear core exactly. Immediately, they see Deku's big guns. And he says that, well, I like calling these attack Kishin cannons. Immediately, some people cheering out that's, well, Death the Kid's move exactly. But Deku says actually it's not. I can use both the attacks. A custom attack I call Kishin cannons uses Kishin energy. And, well, Death the Kid's attack, well, you know. I can't remember how to say his name, but mostly they attack exactly. Immediately Deku says fire. Immediately aiming for the copy bitch and the guy who has the ability to, well, mind control people with the sound. Now then, he fires and they do miss. He on the ground creating big craters. Now then, he says, damn it. As he immediately sees the guy with, well, the guy who can copy quirks. He thinks that he can copy these quirks because he thinks he's lying, really touching Deku. Now, he tries actually, but the sand protects him, saying that, oh yeah, I forgot, remember the Chukaku? Immediately saying that that's fucking impossible. Immediately the sand going for the guy's arms, breaking them both. Now then, the guy does touch somebody in Class 1B that has the ability to regenerate, though. So yeah. Now then, this did hurt him, in fact, though. Now, immediately, he just sees the wide variety exactly, and Deku does have 10 million points. Now, or 10,000 points, I can't remember how you say it, 10 million or 10,000, you guys comment down below. So yeah. Now then, the guy with the quirk that allows him to mind control people exactly just says, hello there, well, Midoriya, and just says, hey. Immediately, he gets mind controlled. He says, good, aim for your class with your Kishinkans. Immediately, Carnage takes control though, surrounding Deku with that black and red stuff. He says, oh yeah, I forgot. Don't think you can, well, mind control my host here. As long as I exist in his body, you won't get the mind control shit. Immediately they see that exactly. Now, he says that, well, you thought that only my host could use Kishin cannons, but I can do. Immediately telling Ragnarok, I think we should form ultimate Kishin cannons. Mostly 2000% exactly. And they do exactly. Now, he says, well, the guy who can mind control people, you have the full power of my ultimate attack. 2000% Kishin. And he fires it though. Now, this does hit their class exactly, and they fall on the ground. They are severely hurt. Mostly, one of them have a broken leg, and the other guy has a broken arm. And some others have broken arms and legs, and they sprain their ankles. He says, shit, I should aim for their heads exactly. Now then, Deku just half his face is Carnage, half his face is Deku, tells him that he should not actually did that exactly. Our team might have got mostly disqualified exactly. Midnight says, yeah, your team could have got disqualified because, well, that. But it was technically your attack, so, well, all fair and level war. She just tells that team that they're disqualified. Now then. And tells them that they need to go to Recovery Girl exactly. Now, they do exactly. Now, they do stay in Recovery Girl's office exactly. Now, Recovery Girl is watching this. Or technically, well, Recovery Girl exactly. So, yeah. Recovery Girl is there exactly. Now, Deku's team does win at the end. Now, let's get to the battles. It is Deku versus, well, Shinzo. I remember his name now. Now, Deku versus Shinzo. Shinzo just tells him all that power is nothing exactly if you have a weak mind. Deku just staring at him exactly because he wants to kill him exactly, showing no emotions. Now, he says, are you listening to me exactly? And he says, oh, I forgot you were there. I forgot Class 1B exactly existed anyway. Talking more mad shit about Class 1B. Now then, he says, what's your problem with Class 1B anyway? Deku just saying that Class 1B is an abomination exactly. Most of you guys don't have even numbers as Class 1A. Now he says, even numbers? Yes. Class 1 mostly, well, Class 1A has, well, even numbers exactly. Class 1B doesn't. Mostly symmetrical everything exactly. What's your favorite number? He immediately says it's 5, of course. He says, you're disgusting anyway. 8's the perfect number. 8's perfect anyway, though. And you see that Deku's hair is turning to death, the kid's thing exactly. And he says that, well, if you want to become, well, a monster exactly, you can. Telling Ragnarok, I think we should form, well, mostly the cannons exactly. And he does. He says Kishin cannons at 1000%. Now then, he says, good. And you remember when I broke your arm exactly? I was holding you back from killing you. This time, you believe that 5 is your favorite number. It's not symmetrical. 8 is. As immediately the crowd says 8, 8, 8. He says, see, that crowd knows it exactly. Everyone's watching this, sees it. Now then, Eraser Mike exactly President Mike exactly says, everyone loves 8 for some reason. He just tells President Mike, yes, 8's the perfect number. It's symmetrical every single way. You can flip it over, slice it in half exactly, it'll still be perfect. Immediately Shinzo says that, I have a question for you. He says, shoot. Immediately Deku getting under his mind control. Now then, Carnage surrounds Deku saying that it won't work again, you idiot. saying that for mind controlling my host, you'll be dead alive. Immediately, well, Carnage is running up to him exactly. Now, he's surrounding Deku's body exactly. Now, he immediately, well, deactivates the Kishin cans and punches Shinzo in the face, dropping on the ground. Now, Shinzo, well, is on the ground exactly where you can actually just step on his leg, or his arm or leg, and just break it. Immediately, Deku does that exact same thing, breaking his leg, telling him that, well, for believing number 5 is your favorite number, you can die, though. Immediately telling Ragnarok, I think we should form the Scythe, as he does. Immediately, Carnage does a backflip, though, and tells him that, well, let's try to do, well, Witch Hunter, as he does. Now then, he tells, well, Shinzo that, well, for believing 5 is your favorite number, you should die, though. Now then, he just says that, well, you thought I could only use 1 attack at a time. In fact, I can use 2. Immediately, Carnage is forming 2 more hands exactly under those, like Lord Garmadon, and forming the Kishin cannon, saying that, well, let's check see, have Maka's, well, Soul's Death Sight exactly, the 2 Kishin cannons, and, well, Medusa's power exactly a Vector Plate. Immediately, an arrow showing under Shinzo, A's broken leg. Immediately, same where Deku can just shoot him, and he does. Immediately, Midnight yells at Cementos he needs to block that attack, and he does. But this does hurt Shinzo completely, breaking his 2 arms and his leg. In fact, Recovery Girl actually states that he has to stay in her office for a longer time. Now then, Midnight did yell at Deku, telling him he should not did that exactly. As Carnage states that I took control of my host's body, remember Midnight the slut. Immediately everyone heard that, saying that, what did you just call? Everyone's just saying that, what the fuck did you just call me exactly? Saying that, well, you're a slut exactly. I mean, look at yourself. Succubus. Do you not have a husband or something? Emily, well, everyone's just saying, yeah, she doesn't have a husband, so that makes her a slut. Huh. Now, he just says that, well, if you actually want to date a guy, exactly, date All Might, or Eraserhead, or President Mike. He has an active life, exactly, and you can get a few pointers. You know what I'm saying, playing down, right? Immediately, Midnight just tells him to get off the stage before she just disqualifies him. He says, okay, jeez. Now then, Carnage just sees someone in the audience, exactly. Looks like the exact same type of hair, but doesn't look like green at all. He just thinks that this person just looks like green, but isn't her, but actually is. Now then, let's get to the next fight. It is, well, electricity fight. Not electricity. The sticky tape guy versus Shinzo. I think it's named Shinzo versus Shoto. Shoto does win at the end. You know how everything goes out in canon exactly? So yeah. The next fight is, well, Shoto versus Deku. Now, Shoto told Deku that he's not going to use his fire at all. The only time I did use my fire is, well, because I actually saved you from, you know, who. He says I really don't care about that person anyway. He just tells him if he doesn't want to use one of his power exactly, you'll look like, well, Shinzo mostly in Recovery Girl's office. Now then. Immediately, Shinzo tried to do an ice spear exactly. He does freeze Deku all over, except his head. Immediately, Deku just tells Scourge he needs to turn me into a Heat Blast, and he does. They say, wait, Heat Blast? As well, he really says, I'm all fired up now. Now then, he says that, well, mostly fire beats fire, right? Immediately fired a fireball at him, turning the Diamond Head, shooting a Diamond Spear, and then turning to Upchuck and destroying some of the platform exactly, shooting at him. He calls this the 3 Alien Army Assault. Now this did get blocked by, well, Shoto's ice. He says, oh, shame. Immediately, well, he asks everyone in the crowd what's their favorite number, and immediately all of them yell 8. He says good, because 8's the perfect number. 8's symmetrical. 8's everything exactly. As immediately, well, Shoto tells him that, can you please stop about 8? It's nothing. It's fucking aggravating. 8's a fucking aggravating number. Deku's just looking at me like he's going to kill him. Everyone sees that. Saying that, how dare you? 8's the perfect number. It's like a godly weapon. All the other numbers are a disgrace of numbers. They shouldn't even be called numbers. Immediately just saying that, well, mostly, let's let Black Star Deku take control for a while. Immediately Shoto say no, as immediately Black Star Deku forms. He says, Yahoo! Immediately Deku's hair color turned to blue with the star thing on him. Now then, he tells Ragnarok to turn to his signature weapons like Tsubaki. And he does. Now that he says that, well, mostly thanks to my friend Ragnarok, I'm the only Black Star, the League Assassins of, the Assassin of Deathmeister Academy. And I come here to collect your soul, Kishin. Now that he says, wait, Kishin? Immediately Deku, right behind him, telling that this is what you get, Kishin. Immediately getting his elbow exactly and knocking him in the back exactly, in the spine. Immediately doing the exact same thing that, Dr. Stein did and Black Star did in the anime of Soul Eater. Now, please go check out Soul Eater. The ending sucks balls, but it actually has a great show, exactly. I loved every single episode of it. I can't watch it fully anymore because, Netflix and stuff, so yeah. Now, let's continue on. Let's just see. Immediately, Shoto on the ground, exactly. Deku's just laughing and telling that he can't win because he's not better than me, the one and only Deku Star. Immediately, everyone in class went A and B saying Deku Star. Ew. Immediately, Shoto getting up and says, so you want more from the great Deku Star? Fine. Immediately just telling Ragnarok to turn into the, sword. He does. He tells him one strike of the sword exactly will turn you into a Kishin ant, exactly. Immediately telling him he is a Kishin. He says, yeah, that's what all Kishins say. Immediately just going to attack now. Immediately, he's right behind Shoto, trying to cover himself with ice before Deku attacks him again and does the exact same technique at him. Now then, Shoto gets on the ground exactly, and Deku starts laughing at him again, telling him that his father doesn't dictate around with him. In fact, Kishins shouldn't even have dads at all. In fact, if I had to say if your dad was down here, I would be slaying him down like your mother. Immediately, everyone heard that and saying, did he just... And immediately Shoto just says, what the fuck did you just say, Deku? He says, oh yeah, I forgot. Carnage went in your memories exactly, though. When you weren't looking, you weren't looking exactly, but Carnage went in your memories exactly, and I already know about your mother and your dad exactly. When she poured that hot water on your face exactly. Fucking hilarious, wasn't it exactly? She made you her bottom bitch. And immediately everyone heard that. Shoto getting mad exactly, and using his fire side. He says, finally you're using your fire. Finally. At least your dad wasn't your bottom bitch at least. Or were you his, or something else exactly. Immediately Shoto firing a giant fireball, hitting Black Star Deku. Now then, Deku's on his ground and his hair is on fire, saying that, oh shit, my hair's on fire. Immediately hitting exactly. As Ragnarok just comes out back and says, hold still, you idiot. Immediately getting his hand just patting on Deku's head, and immediately the, fire stops. And he says, good, at least Shoto's not being the bottom bitch anymore of his dad or his mother. Immediately, Bakugo's just yelling at Deku to tell him to stop exactly before Shoto kills you. He says, there's no way to kill Black Star Deku, or at least Deku Star, because I'm the only one that can defeat All Might, Green, All For One, and some others. Now then, immediately Shoto just tells him to shut the fuck up. He is sick and tired of your fucking antics. I'm sick and tired of you saying all this shit. 8's the perfect number, my ass, and all this shit. Now then, Shoto just punches Deku in the face, but he cannot because the sand got to him. And he says, so that sand's protecting you, isn't it? He says, yes it is. Immediately telling him, fine, I'll go all nuclear on you. It's one of my dad's favorite attacks exactly. And by the way, he flicks off his dag. He tells his dad to go back to mother and just tell her that, mostly, that just stop trying to be a piece of shit anyway, father. You're nothing exactly. Me and my siblings, actually, if we can call each other that, are, let me explain. You put me on a pedestal because I have 2 quirks. My, sister and my brothers don't. They only have 1. And what you are, a fucking hero with only 1 quirk. How shameful shouldn't it be exactly? As immediately, Shoto just fires fire at Deku. Deku's glass turned and sand turned into glass, saying that, wait, what? And immediately the sand's trying to protect him more, but the glass is surrounding him. Or technically the sand's turning into glass exactly. Now, Deku's not in a glass, prison exactly. He says, oh shit. He says, are you done yet, Deku? And says that, no, my name is Deku Star. Remember that, Shoto. I mean, after this after this tournament exactly, I can make Midnight and your mother, well, feel like my bomb, bitch. And immediately, well, Shoto just tells Midnight that, well, technically he has a split personality, weird shit happening to his head. She says, fine, but tell him if he called me that one more time, he's disqualified from this tournament. He just says, fine, Midnight, I won't call you that anymore. Thought. Now, immediately he breaks through that glass exactly and tells him that, great, so you burn all the sand into this arena, turn the glass. Great. Now then, immediately Shoto punches him in the face exactly, telling him that if he talks about his mother one more time, I'm going to kill you. Now then, immediately Deku changes his hair color exactly to Chrono Deku. Now, Shoto sees that, says that, shit, I can't be mad at him now because it's a different personality. Now, immediately Deku's hair color turns pink and his style turns different. Now then, he just says great, as he immediately just tells Ragnarok, screaming resonance. Now, Shoto just says, wait, Deku, as immediately just Deku staring at him saying what? What's the point of having friends anyway if they're just going to tear you down like you did? Now, he just says that the Kishin Cannon's 2000% and screaming resonance. Now, he immediately does screaming resonance though and fires it and does the Kishin Cannon. Now then, I think this is a good spot to end off here. This has been the Shadow Master and goodbye. And by the way, guys, what's going to be the subscriber special? Just tell me that. I might record a GTA 5 video on my PlayStation because I now have a new controller. Not a new controller, but we found one exactly in here. I might play Dragon Ball Z 2, but I can't do it like solo and stuff. I won't play Fortnite because Fortnite's okay-ish, but still. I could play Jump Force, but But yeah. This has been the Shadow Master, Peace in the Middle East. Fuck off feminists that are stupid. And I do have Doom Eternal, so yeah, we can't play that. Ooh, which one's the highest? Ooh, Destiny 2, yay. Well, guys, this has been the Shadow Master. Thank you all for watching my channel. If I do die from the coronavirus, please make memes out of me exactly. Do the coffin dance with me. I swear. I want the... By the way, guys, put in the comment section below. If you do die, do you want to be in the coffin dance or a regular coffin? I want to be in the fucking coffin dance. Just like happy days for everybody. Even my death seems sad and stuff. I still want everyone I want to make everyone happy exactly, even if I die. So yeah. The coffin dance. Do, copyright. Yep, goodbye.